Listen to this local news story from Houston, Texas. This really got under my skin earlier.
A young dancer visiting Houston ended up in handcuffs and in CPS custody this weekend. Now her parents are furious and blaming HPD. Rucks Russell has a story only on KHOU 11 News.
Landry Thompson loves to dance. And the 13-year-old's dance instructor
move, hit, boom,
get a kick out of it too.
It definitely is life to me, and it definitely is, it means a lot. It means everything to me.
It's why the trio from Oklahoma traveled to Houston in the first place, to spend the weekend dancing and training with some of the industry's best. But that dream of a visit took an ugly turn shortly after leaving the studios Saturday night, when the group, exhausted from their work, stopped off at this gas station.
We're on the GPS, trying to find out where the hotel is. I dozed off, he was still awake, figuring out where we're gonna go.
They say before they knew it, the police showed up and surrounded the car.
I was kind of freaked out and surprised by it.
They just pulled us out of the car, put our hands behind our backs like we were criminals. He asked me, who's the girl? She's my student. I said, I have a notarized letter from her parents stating that I have full guardianship over her while we're here.
All three of them say they pleaded with the police who showed up here, repeatedly telling them their story, and that in the end, none of that seemed to matter.
They still put handcuffs on me, and it really scared me, and they just put me in the back of the cop car, and I was terrified.
Landry was taken to Child Protective Services. Her mom says she couldn't believe it when she found out.
I was horrified. She was with the people I wanted her to be with. She was with people who were safe and who I knew would take care of her, yet they had taken her away from those people, and then now she was in the shelter or wherever she was with people I didn't know.
The mom claims she was told she'd have to fly to Houston to get her daughter out. But 11 hours later, following repeated phone calls to officials, Landry was released back into the custody of her instructors.
I would love an apology. They owe her an apology.
I'm just really upset by it, and it really scared me.
Know what we can't.
But not enough to stop her from dancing. Now, we've called police, but officials still aren't commenting about what happened. This group of dancers plans to return to Oklahoma Monday afternoon.
So you have two dance instructors they have documentation that this 13-year-old girl is under their custody for the time being, and they have the dance class that they're going on. It's a trip, right, and they're just doing what they're doing, right? And actually, I mean, think about it. It's actually a really productive activity that they're doing, and it's their dream, it's their passion. And police see two black young men with a 13-year-old girl, and they think, gotta be something going on here fishy. Gotta be something wrong. Did you kidnap her? Did you do something illegal? This has to be illegal. It doesn't work like that. You can't have a little white girl and young African-American males. No, but they showed you the documentation. Look, it's one thing if the cops say, hey, they were acting suspicious, so let me talk to them and see what's up here. Or, hey, look, the men look like they're only 19 years old or 20 years old, and they're not old enough to be a guardian of the kid, so let's see what's going on here. It's a stretched argument, but maybe you can make an argument for that. But after the conversation happens and they say, here is the written documentation that you were looking for. I am the guardian. Look, right here. This is the mother's signature. Would you like to talk to the mother? We can get her on the frickin' phone for you. And they still say, no, gotta be something wrong. They are black and she is white. Well, then what do you want people to do? But see, this is what we mean, and when I say we, I mean us progressives, when we talk about how you've set up a system where you've made it a lose-lose for African Americans. And the perfect example of this is with schooling, right? So, and what I mean by that is this. So if a young African American male, let's say, drops out of college and decides, fuck it, I'll go work whatever job this is, a minimum wage job, or in order to make the money work, and in order to pay the bills, I gotta push a little something on the side because there's no economic opportunity in these areas. What happens? You have conservatives go, typical, dropped out of school, selling drugs, useless human being, yada, yada. Now, if you take the same African-American male and he says, no, I'm gonna keep my nose to the grindstone, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make it all the way to Ivy League school. I'm gonna graduate from there and I'm gonna work wherever. Then what do they say? Oh, Affirmative action. Didn't earn anything. Everything was handed to him. Typical. So what do you want them to do? It's a lose-lose. You work hard, affirmative action. You drop out and go to work, typical thug. So what do you want them to do? Here are young African-American males, upstanding citizens, law-abiding citizens. They have a passion in life. They have a dream in life. They're productive. They're doing this dance thing. They're teaching somebody. They're the instructor. And no, criminals. Lock them up, bring them in. And then they didn't even believe them for what was it, a full day or longer? It's like, no, they have guardianship. But no, I'm wrong and the conservatives are right. We elected Barack Obama, so poof, all racism is dead.